Okay, let's unpack this. You know that feeling, right? Open enrollment hits.
Oh, yeah.
Suddenly, there's just paper everywhere. Your dining table, it's just drowning in brochures, summaries, charts.
Yep, stacks of it.
And you're trying to make these huge decisions
Yeah.
about your health, your family's financial safety, what happens if, you get sick or hurt and can't work.
Really big stuff.
And you're just squinting at this complicated language, trying to figure out what on earth is actually right for you. Why is something so critical, so hard to figure out?
It's a feeling so many people share.
Mm.
Because these employee benefits, they are absolutely vital. They protect your well-being, your income, your family's future security.
Right.
But the way the information often comes at you, it's fragmented. It's full of jargon nobody really understands outside the industry. And frankly, it just overwhelms people.
Totally.
So they end up feeling unsure, maybe making rush choices, or sometimes not even realizing the full value of what's available to them.
Exactly. And that whole confusing experience, that, stack of papers feeling, that's really the starting point for our deep dive today. We've gathered some material looking specifically at the world of employee benefits.
Mm-hmm.
We're focusing on what the Hartford offers, and we've dug into this really interesting partnership they have announced recently.
And our goal here really is to try and cut through some of that complexity. We want to understand how the Hartford is approaching benefits today, especially how they're trying to simplify things.
Yeah.
And how this new partnership aims to make both choosing benefits and, maybe more importantly, actually using them much clearer and maybe even more valuable for employees.
Yeah.
What's the real payoff hidden in all this?
Okay, so let's start with that fundamental problem. Why does this matter so much? Our sources, they really emphasize again and again that employees are the core of any successful business.
Absolutely fundamental.
And benefits are just essential for attracting people, keeping them, supporting them. And the Hartford, well, we learned they've been in this space a long time, over 70 years, helping protect incomes for millions of U.S. workers.
70 years. That longevity itself tells you something, doesn't it? About how fundamental income protection really is.
It really does.
But, despite how important these benefits are, the language used to describe them, like the sources point out, it can be a huge barrier. We hear about standard insurance terms that just aren't intuitive for most folks.
Right. Stuff you only see once a year, maybe?
Exactly. Information about health, disability, life insurance.
Yeah.
The stuff that really hits home for your personal and financial security, it often feels scattered, disconnected.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what leads to that feeling of being overwhelmed, not just during open enrollment, but if you actually need to use a benefit during the year, where do you even start?
It sounds like the Hartford is actually trying to tackle this head on, though. The material we looked at highlights their stated commitment to changing the narrative that insurance must be complex.
Which is a big statement for an insurance company.
No, it is. They seem to understand that simplifying the language really matters, and they want to help employees look at their benefits from all angles, not just like a checkbox you tick once a year.
Yeah.
Apparently, their own Future of Benefits study backs this up. It points to a clear need for tools that help employees genuinely grasp their options. It feels like a recognition that, the old way isn't really working for people.
Which brings us nicely to what the Hartford actually offers in this space.
Yeah.
And how we can maybe understand these offerings without getting totally lost in industry speak.
Okay.
They really focus on providing solutions for income protection and also contributing to overall employee well-being.
All right, so let's try and break down some of the main types of benefits they offer, just in simple terms. What are we really talking about here?
Okay, so at the core, there's income protection. Think short-term disability and long-term disability insurance.
Right.
This is basically a safety net. It's designed to replace a chunk of your income if you can't work for a while because you get sick or injured.
Okay.
And the sources had some really powerful examples, real people relying on this. Like Mahaneem, who found her disability coverage just invaluable during cancer treatments and also around maternity leave.
Wow.
Or Carrie, who said having both disability and some supplementary accident coverage literally saved them from financial disaster after something unexpected happened.
Yeah, those are exactly the real-life situations where this stuff stops being paperwork and starts being about, holding things together when life throws you a curveball.
Exactly. It's crucial.
What other kinds of protection are typical?
Well, there's group life and accident insurance. This provides a financial cushion for your family, your loved ones, if something were to happen to you. It's about providing some security for their future. And the sources mention an employer, Jennifer, who specifically praised the Hartford's life insurance claims team, said they did a great job.
Mm.
Beyond those core ones, they also offer what are called voluntary benefits. These are kind of like optional extras you might choose to add on, depending on your own situation. Things like critical illness cover or hospital indemnity insurance.
Okay, add-ons you can pick.
Right. And they also provide leave management services, which sounds maybe a bit dry, but it actually helps employers and employees navigate complicated state laws around things like paid family medical leave.
Ah, okay. So helping manage time off, too.
Yeah, making sure that works smoothly.
It seems like a pretty comprehensive set of options. But the sources also seem to really stress the experience after you need to use these benefits, specifically the claims process.
Absolutely. That came through really strongly in the material. They talk about aiming for a compassionate claims experience.
Compassionate. Interesting word choice for insurance.
It is. And it seems that, I mean, it's not just about, processing paperwork. It's about providing the right support at the right time.
Okay.
The customer stories we saw weren't just about, yes, I had the policy. They were often about the human interaction during what was probably a really difficult time.
Right, like that person's Steven.
Yeah. Stephen highlighted how professional and efficient the reps were when he had an unexpected disability claim. And Desiree called having disability insurance a blessing, and specifically mentioned how nice and professional the staff were during her claim. So that human touch, especially when you're feeling vulnerable, seems really baked into the Hartford's approach based on what we read.
Okay, so the Hartford offers these important protections, and they're focused on making that claims process supportive. But going back to the beginning, that initial hurdle, just choosing the right benefits during enrollment, that still feels like a massive challenge for most of us.
It really does.
Is this where that partnership you mentioned comes in?
Precisely. This is where a company called Nayya enters the picture. Now, Nayya's core mission, from what we gathered in the sources, is all about using AI, artificial intelligence, to connect people with their most important health and wealth information.
Okay. AI for benefits.
Kind of, yeah. Their belief is that fragmented data, that scattered, confusing info we talked about earlier, is a major reason why employees feel overwhelmed and maybe don't get the full value from their benefits.
Right.
They want to change that. Put the right information, personalized information, at people's fingertips.
And the Hartford presumably saw how Nayya's tech could help tackle that exact problem for their own customers.
That seems to be exactly it. The news we saw is that the Hartford's Employee Benefits Division has partnered up with Nayya. They're integrating Nayya's AI-powered platform right into the Hartford's benefits enrollment experience for the companies they serve.
Directly into the process.
Yes. And Mike Fish, who's the head of employee benefits at the Hartford, he's quoted talking about their dedication to providing customized product offerings that address the unique needs of each individual. This partnership looks like a way to actually deliver on that promise technologically.
So this isn't just some small experiment, then. It sounds bigger.
No, the material definitely indicates this is part of a significant multi-year investment by the Hartford. It's aimed at improving how benefits are managed and boosting overall workplace well-being.
Okay.
It feels like a really strategic move to use technology specifically to fight that complexity employees face and just make the whole benefits experience better.
Okay, now we're getting to the part that probably matters most to, you listening who's maybe struggled with those benefits forms before.
Yeah.
How does Nayya's platform, working with the Hartford, actually make things better? What does it do for you in that enrollment process?
Right. This is where the potential value really gets unlocked.
Yeah.
For you, the employee, the platform is designed to take the information you provide, things about your health, your family situation, maybe your financial comfort level,
Okay.
maybe even past benefit usage, if the systems allow that kind of connection. And it uses its AI to analyze all that. So instead of just showing you a flat list of options,
Like you usually get.
exactly, it provides tailored, personalized plan recommendations based on your unique circumstances.
So it's kind of like having a really smart personal guide helping you sift through the options.
Yeah, that's a great way to think about it. It aims to turn that feeling of confusion into, well, clarity. And the sources highlight the impact they report. A significant 88% of employees who use the platform found decision-making easier during enrollment.
88%, that's huge. Just making it easier is a big win.
It really is. It helps you compare costs side by side, gives you clearer explanations of what each option actually means for you personally.
But you also mentioned unlocking hidden value. what does that actually look like? Is there, like, actual money just sitting there waiting?
This was maybe the most surprising bit from the material,
Yeah.
honestly, and potentially the most impactful. Yes, it appears there can be real money waiting.
Seriously?
Yeah. The platform doesn't just help you choose benefits. It aims to help you use them effectively after you've enrolled. The sources specifically say it surfaces claims opportunities.
Claims opportunity, like finding claims you didn't even know you could make.
Exactly like that. It helps identify benefits or reimbursements you might be eligible for under the plans you already have, but maybe you were unaware of them or didn't know how to claim them.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty different.
And they even put numbers on it. The sources report an average reimbursement of $650 annually per eligible member who uses this platform.
$650.
Annually. And that number jumps up to $900 for those who have critical illness coverage. Nayya describes this as real money back in employees' pockets. It's about making sure people get the full value under the benefits that they or their employer are already paying for.
That's potentially hundreds of dollars a year. That might have just been left on the table because things were too complicated or you just didn't know.
Precisely. That's not small change for most people.
No kidding. $650, $900. That could be, I don't know, a couple of car payments, groceries for a month or more easily. That's a tangible impact right there.
It really is. It just highlights how much value can get trapped in that complexity we started talking about.
Yeah.
And while finding hidden money for employees is, a huge win, the partnership also seems to provide significant benefits for the employers who use the Hartford and Nayya together,
Okay.
which ultimately helps you as an employee too, right, by making the whole system work better.
How so? What's in it for the employers?
Well, they see increased adoption and utilization of the benefits they offer, which means their investment in providing these protections is actually being used effectively by their workforce.
Makes sense. They want people to use what they pay for.
Exactly. The sources also note a pretty remarkable reduction in HR inquiries by 46% for employers using the platform.
Wait, nearly half. A 46% drop in HR questions just about benefits? That's massive.
It really is. Think about how much time that frees up for HR teams. They're not constantly bogged down in administrative questions about coverage details.
Right, they can focus on other things.
Yeah, more strategic ways to support employees. And that improves organizational efficiency, which often translates into a better experience for everyone. And the sources say it directly leads to improved employee satisfaction reported by employers.
Okay, so employees are happier, HR is less swamped. What about for the Hartford itself? How does this benefit them as the insurance carrier?
Well, the data shows it drives measurable results for them too. Employees using the Nayya platform are just significantly more engaged with their benefits overall.
How do they measure that?
The sources state they are 82% more likely to participate in those voluntary benefits we mentioned, like critical illness or hospital indemnity plans.
82% more likely. Wow.
Yeah, it suggests people have a much better understanding and see the value in those options when it's presented this way. And it has a direct impact, like increasing enrollment in supplemental health plans by a reported 10 percentage points for platform users.
So it helps people choose the right extra coverage, too.
It seems so.
Okay.
It just creates a stronger, more utilized benefits ecosystem overall.
It really sounds like this platform was built with the actual user, the employee, firmly in mind.
That definitely seems to be a
Yes.
core principle. George Michaels from Nayya is quoted emphasizing that the platform is an example of human-centric design.
Human-centric.
Yeah, and he points out it was developed by benefits administrators and HR experts. The people who really understand the pain points from both sides, the employer trying to manage this stuff and the employee trying to make sense of it all.
Right, people who've lived the problem.
Exactly. And it's built to integrate smoothly with the existing HR tech systems that companies are likely already using. So it's not like this totally separate, clunky thing.
Okay, so bringing this all back to the bigger picture then. This integration, this partnership, it feels like it's about more than just adding a new piece of software.
Absolutely. I mean, this isn't just a tech upgrade for the sake of tech. It's really about leveraging that technology to empower employees.
Empower them how?
Well, helping people maximize the investments they've made or their employer has made for them in their future, in their security. It's about making sure that when those real-life moments happen, an illness, an injury, welcoming a new child,
Yeah.
that employees can navigate their benefits with confidence because they understood their choices up front and they know how to access the support they need when they need it.
So it transforms that feeling of confusion and complexity we started with.
Hopefully into one of confidence And maybe even a bit of control.
And it seems like it directly supports the Hartford's broader mission, too, which they describe as helping people prevail by making that essential health and wealth information not just out there somewhere, but genuinely accessible and actionable for their employees.
Yeah, it's about taking something that historically has often felt opaque and frustrating and making it clearer, making it personalized, and most importantly, making it useful in a really tangible way, like helping you find money you didn't even know you had coming back to you.
Okay, so to kind of wrap up this deep dive then, we've seen how employee benefits, while absolutely crucial, are often really overwhelming because they're so complex.
Yep, that's the core challenge.
The Hartford offers these key protections, income protection, life insurance, and really focuses on a compassionate claims experience, which is important.
Crucial when you actually need help.
Then, their partnership with Nayya brings in this AI-powered layer of personalization right into the enrollment process. The goal is making choosing benefits much easier, and 88% of users say it does.
That's a significant improvement.
And maybe the most striking takeaway is that potential to unlock real financial value. The platform helps employees find and claim, on average, $650 to $900 a year in reimbursements they might have just missed otherwise.
Real money back in your pocket.
It really feels like a significant step towards taking the mystery out of benefits and actually putting tangible value back where it belongs with the employee.
It really highlights how important it is for that big investment employers make in benefits to actually translate into clear support and financial security for people when they really need it.
Absolutely. And maybe that leaves you, our listener, with a final thought to chew on. If AI and just better connection of data can help cut through the complexity of something as vital as your health and financial security through benefits, helping you make better choices and even finding money you didn't know you had, what other areas of your life might be made simpler, clearer, maybe more valuable just by connecting fragmented information in a more intelligent way?
It does make you wonder, doesn't it? The potential beyond just benefits enrollment.
Yeah, something to think